Bendiciones, everybody. Alafia. What happens when spirit eats the devotee, right? What happens when people get eaten by spirit? And what did that mean? You know? Because this is something that happens, family. And it happens more than people think. What happens when spirits eat the person that's working with spirit? Well, to understand this, we have to understand certain base factors, right? A big one is, are you working with a spirit that's compatible? One. And two, if you are working with a spirit that is compatible with you, how are you working it? You understand? Because these are different factors that go into how a person can get consumed by the spirit. Yeah, it happens all the time. People get eaten by their spirits all the time. And I got a few examples, that I'll run through so that people can see what it looks like when spirit eats the person that is venerating it. Because it happens. Especially with Loa and Orisha. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine. He's a child of Ogun. And we were talking about the importance of lineage. And how people have an entitlement today that they think just because their bloodline have a tie somewhere, that they just got the right to go work with those entities and go work with those spirits. And he was like, yeah, because he a child of Ogun that came out the streets. Like a lot of children of Ogun can get wrapped up in the streets, right? And then as they mature, they can come out and they usually do very well in the world. But a lot of them, they can come out of a certain life, especially in the urban community. You know what I'm saying? Because look at how look at how a lot of people in America come into contact with Orisha, with Loa. They come into contact with these entities in a way where they might be living still on a darker path. And they run into the Orisha, and then the Orisha kind of got them out. You dig? So that's a common thing to see. So what happens when spirit consumes you? My homie was like, yeah, man, these cats, they be trying to come into E5, and next thing you know, they get flipped and dipped by an Orisha. That's real. That's real. It's people that end up getting flipped and dipped because why? They didn't have no business really going that far into the practice or dealing that deep. Maybe it was just for them to be going to a practitioner, and the practitioner moved the spirit on their behalf and helped them come into balance. Everything ain't for everybody to just be like, I'm going to go to the Orisha, I'm going to go to the Loa. Everything ain't like that. This is what people got to understand. Even in antiquity, when we find the traditions, there's a reason that you had priests. There's a reason that you had awos. It's a reason for the mambo. It's a reason for the unga. It's a reason for them. And that reason is because it's not for everybody to deal one-on-one with that spirit. That's just that. Especially if nobody properly showed you how to do that. You did what I'm saying? So a lot of people, yeah, they get flipped and dipped by the spirit. And a lot of times what that may look like, a person may take on so many of the qualities of that spirit that it becomes destructive. Let's say you got somebody, a real good example, right? That we can use. Rashad Jamal. That's a real good example. So people can look at that however they want to look at it, right? Some people could say, he didn't do the things he was accused of, whatever the case is, what. But what we see is some of his followers ending up in similar situations. Two of them got arrested for a murder. They were living in the woods. Somebody's car broke down, or they acted like their car broke down. Somebody came to help them. They ended up shooting and killing the man that was helping them in front of his fiance, right? Okay. Another situation, one of his followers ended up unaliving his mother with a samurai sword, right? Because you're telling people to work with entities that they don't know what they're doing with those entities. They really don't have no business doing that. They did not go through any rites of passages. And they're getting eaten by the spirit. They get ate by the spirit. They can't hold that energy. They can't control that energy. Here come the ruck. Here come the ruckus. Rashad Jamal himself ended up behind bars and was still pending that case as of now, right? We don't know how that's going to end up. But what we did see was leading up into there, flashing guns on social media, making violent videos about law enforcement, things like that, threatening, right? All of these things is signs that somebody is getting eaten by the spirit of which they're working with. Now, without me having to say what Orisha that he is, because that just take him going on the map, by me just being in the practice a while and knowing signs of like certain people's likely what their Orishas is, to me, that could look like somebody being consumed by Ogun. The anger of Ogun and not knowing how to manage the anger of Ogun can lead to dire consequences. That's why I come on here and tell people, and people be thinking I'm raining on parades. No, I'm just telling you, if you're going to do it the right way. Because then when you get eaten by Orisha, you come cussing tradition. No, nobody told you to go playing around like, you know what I'm saying? This is what we see when people get eaten by the spirit. Because why? Either they didn't have no business touching that, or maybe they were a child of that spirit in some way. Maybe that spirit is part of their spiritual quadrant. Maybe that spirit is their metet. Maybe that spirit is their head Orisha. But nobody taught them how to properly manage that energy. Nobody taught them how to properly deal with that energy. And now what begins to happen is you get ate by the spirit. That's what that is. That's how my homie can be like, man, cats be coming getting flipped and dipped by the Orisha. Yeah. Because what are you doing? Who told you to just go and set up a Oshun shrine in your house unconsecrated? Who told you that there's a reason for these consecrations that happen with Orishas? There's a reason of knowing the Santos that's coming through or the Loa that are coming through certain Santos. It's a reason for all of that. If people think that they can treat everything like a new age thing and just do what they want, okay, see how that worked out. I know personally, I had a friend, right? And she will always be trying to venerate Oshun. I told her, yo, you need to chill because who gave you that? First of all, you just setting things up and putting oranges and stuff on it how you want. Nobody gave you no instructions on how to do anything with Oshun. You don't know no Oriki with Oshun. You don't know no verses of Ifa that deal with Oshun. You don't know any of her songs. You don't know nothing like that. You don't know how to properly give her certain offerings. I said, listen, you should probably take that. You should probably take that apart and go give it to the river somewhere. Because you about to bring trouble to your house. And what happens? Oh, they have the right to do. Benny. Okay. I don't know nothing. I only came from this tradition. I don't know nothing though. Go. Do your thing. Next thing you know, all the problems in the world in her love life falling apart, right? In and out of money problems, all of these things happening. Then I get the phone calls. Man, what's going on? This Orisha stuff. Orisha, what? Did I not tell you go to Babalau? Did I not tell you go to a Santero? Did I not tell you go find somebody? What you do? You say, I got it. Why? Because I got the blood. I'm just Black America. I can do it. Okay. Go ahead. Because even the people in antiquity that were Yoruba from Nigeria did not do that. It was protocol. Don't let America get y'all in trouble thinking that you could just do what you want because it makes sense to you. Arrogant American mentality. America make people very arrogant. They just think they do what they want. That's not what this is. You'll get ate. You'll get ate by that spirit. And then get what King Brujo gotta come do. King Brujo gotta come help you clean the mess. King Brujo gotta come help you clean it up. Because why? You didn't know what you were doing. Got Oshun mad in that house. Don't even know it's not even a full stream of energy from Oshun. You just piece things together and you're getting this messed up connection that's wrecking havoc all in your crib. But I don't know nothing, right? I'm just a guy. This is why it's important to listen to people that have been in this, that been doing this, that know what they talking about. So this is a common thing to see, people getting eaten by spirits, not even realizing that's happening. We see this over and over and over again. We see it over and over and over again. Y'all think it's cute to tat certain things on your body or put certain things on your body, Egyptian symbols and things like that. Understand that those things carry a current with them. Do you know how to manage that current? Who taught you to manage Heru? Who taught you that? Because if nobody taught that to you, you can run into a lot of trouble. It can eat you. Because the energy is so heavy. The energy is so heavy, you might not know how to manage that. You might not know how to consolidate that energy and strike it towards the source of your goals to get what you need out of the spirit. I know. People still gonna come tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Then when life smack them, they're gonna remember this video. When I said people be getting ate by their spirits because they don't know what the hell they doing. Facts. Just take it from a brujo. See, brujos come from a world of trial and error. If I'm telling you this, no, It was errors I either watched somebody do or I made them myself. Ashe. Don't let people from new agey concepts come and tell you, just go to the river and go call Oshun. Do you know that even amongst people in a practice, they don't do that? Yes, some will go to the river because they know how to go to that river. And even when they go to the river, a lot of times they're not even asking Oshun for anything. Why? Because Oshun is not even a Orisha that you asking so much from. But you asking everything from Oshun. That's not even that type of energy right there. Are you even a child of hers? How do you know? Did you sit on that mat? Was it revealed to you? Did Baba throw a divination to see what's there? Did Orumila look into your Ori and tell you that you a child of Oshun? Because if that didn't happen, you don't know. Refer to my other videos of how people can think that they're an Orisha and they're not the child of that Orisha. So, not understanding the truth about Oshun, not understanding that Oshun is literally like a mother, not like your grandmother, like a mom, like a mom. Like we're taught even in a tradition by experienced elders, don't even cry at that river. Don't even cry at the river. Because why? Oshun would just see you crying and say, why are you crying? I will give you something to cry about. Because what do you have to not be grateful for in life that you over here crying at the river? See, you want to do all that, you better take that to Yemoja. You don't come bringing that to Oshun. Take that from a child of Oshun. Oshun rule my feet. That's my mama. And as a child of Oshun, I still don't go to Oshun asking. Because Oshun know what you need. And if you're a child of Oshun, she's going to do her best to try to bring you the thing that you need. Because she's a mom. She knows what you need. Your mom knows what you need. You don't have to be asking your mom so much. That's like Oshun. So mostly, even when people deal with Oshun, they're just giving thanks and reverence and praise to her. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I'm thankful. Thank you for everything that you gave to me. Orieo. Thank you, Mama Oshun. That's mostly what people be doing when they dealing with Oshun. Unless you're a priestess of Oshun or a priest of Oshun, and you move in Oshun for work and you know how to do that the proper way, there's no reason to be asking Oshun for stuff all the time. What are you bothering her for? Oshun, a queen. You bothering her at the river all the time, asking for what? What you want? That Oshun be. Y'all don't understand Oshun. Y'all don't understand about. But people that really in the culture that's listening, they know what I'm talking about. They know it's a thou wow what I'm saying. They know that. They know what it is. This is what you got to understand about working with spirits. This is how people can get ate by a spirit, don't even realize you hold them too much because you don't even know how you're dealing with the. Remember, these are energies that transcend dimensions. I know a person, right, who venerate Marionette Sesh, who venerate Marionette Sesh a lot. And guess what? That person will always be lonely and miserable, depressed. They don't know how to handle that energy. And so they start to take on extra features of that loa in abundance because they don't really know how to dissipate that energy, how to deal with that energy like that. And it fall on them. They're always jealous of people. They're always envious of somebody. They always feel the need to be lashing out to people close to them. And then they be ending up depression. Gothic is whatever. They didn't even come from being Gothic. They came from a traditional Haitian culture. Where does Gothism come from, right? Okay, that's a sign of somebody getting eaten by spirit. Your spirit will eat you. It'll just show all on you. And it'll bring your life out of balance in a way that you can't harness it. You get what I'm saying? It'll take it far out of your hands now because you don't know how to really handle that. Then it'll get you into trouble. Now the world have access to you in a certain way and you're vulnerable. So this happens in different traditions. It's not just with Orishas. It happens with Loa. It happens to people in Palo if they don't know what they're doing and how to manage those energies. It happens. It happens. It happens with people that are mediums that don't even really know how to truly deal with the dead, with the Egun. And then they end up with these negative entities around them. They're getting eaten by spirit. This goes so deep, it transcends African spirituality. It's people be getting ate by the spirit of Jesus. Believe that. Yeah. They get eaten by the spirit of Jesus. Mm-hmm. Then they go walking around like they're Jesus. Literally, like they think they're Jesus. They will walk around and be super evangelists, right? Super like they're Jesus on earth. Straight like that, getting eaten by the spirit. They don't really understand how to utilize that energy of Jesus. They just getting ate by spirit. Like this happens. And one of the most common ways that you see it happening is when the over-identification with that spirit comes with negative consequences. That's how you see it. If somebody is over-identifying with Ogufarai and they're acting violently all the time, and that violent actingness is getting them into problems with the law all the time, and they always getting locked up, and all this old weird stuff that be happening, you're getting ate by the spirit. You ain't even know it. You're getting ate by the spirit. What you need to learn how to do is balance that out or leave it alone. The over-identification with the spirit that leads to negative results. There's a classic telltale sign that somebody's being consumed by the spirit that they're working with. And the person might not even know that's happening. These are just the facts, y'all. This is why I'm so big on following certain protocols. This is why. As a Brujo, I was blessed to be raised around an abuela that could show me certain things, right? And then along my journey, I was blessed to be guided by ancestors to people and elders that were able to teach me how to balance certain things. Everybody doesn't have those blessings. This is why I have a mentorship where people can join a mentorship and they can learn in a structured way that's guided, in a guided way. So they don't get ate by spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens. It happens. You got to learn how to manage these entities, how to manage these energies in your life, these spirits. Because these spirits are alive and they move. And if you're not equipped, then you get ate by spirit too. This happens. That's why I teach people, even in E5, you're not your Orisha. You're a child of your Orisha. A child of your Orisha. You're not the Orisha. Shango already came. He did everything Shango was meant to do, and then now Shango's an Orisha. So you not Shango. Shango came and did Shango things. Now Shango's your Orishas are just here to guide you on that path. Sure, you take on a lot of traits of certain Orisha, but you're not that Orisha. I'm not Eshu. I'm a son of Eshu, so I can act like my dad, right? But I'm not my dad. My dad is my dad. My dad did things that he was supposed to do in his life. Now, as the son, I'm going to do things I'm supposed to do in my life, but within that, I carry characteristics like my father that allow me to get things done on the way to my destiny. Ashe. But it don't mean I'm my dad. My dad is my dad. He's his own person. See how that people can understand that when it comes to their singular, their own parent. You're not your mom. Your mom came and did what your mom was supposed to do. Yeah, you may look like your mom. You may do some things that your mom does, but you're not your mom. You're a piece of your mom, an aspect of your mom that's here today, but you're not your mom. See? And it's the same thing with spirits. You're not that spirit. You came to earth with that spirit to help you through life, to help you achieve your destiny in life. But you are not that spirit. That spirit is that spirit. You're a mortal being. You're here. If we cut you, you will bleed, right? That is the science behind people being consumed with spirits. They take on too many aspects of that spirit. They don't know how to diffuse it. They don't know how to balance it. They don't know how to bring it into something that makes sense. And what happens is you see they get eaten by spirit. So, once again, I would like to direct people to the description of this video. You can join the mentorship. You can book a reading with me to get insight into your life. And realize that as you're learning these things, you need to have a high level of responsibility because this is not a fad. None of this is a fad. I know social media makes it easy to believe, but this is not a fad. This is a lifestyle. These are full traditions in themselves. Don't get ate by the spirits. Learn how to utilize them to get what you need out of life and to be in alignment with life, with nature. You see, that's what that's for. You know, and with that being said, family, I hope you learned something today. This is not to scare people away from tradition. It's just to let you know the respect that you need to have dealing with tradition. And it's for you to understand that priests matter, experienced people in the practice matter. And it doesn't matter how much you call yourself some high priestess or high priest. What? If you don't know what you're doing or what really come with that spirit, this spirit can eat your high priestess ass. Simple as that. So know what you're doing and don't get caught out there. Ashe or dabo.